Hello. Today I'm looking at Circe by Madeline Miller. This is a book which reimagines the life of a goddess, a nymph, who is essentially just a bit part player in one of the most famous stories, the Odyssey by Homer. Now, to be honest, I've got two copies of the Odyssey here. I've got this one, which I bought probably about 100 years ago by Penguin Classics. The spine is broken on it a couple of places. I probably did look at it. I've never really bothered with it. And I got, of course, Stephen Fry's version where he takes his own special wry look at Homer's work. And I definitely read all of this. And again, Circe, she's not a massive character in this, of course, but what makes this particularly good is that we get a great picture, just quickly, of the witch, the enchantress, the hero, the courageous, brilliant character that is Circe. There, the witch Circe, and there she is handing over the cup to Odysseus, who doesn't drink it because he's not an idiot. And essentially, thankfully, his men don't end up staying as pigs and being eaten as bacon. But that's a part of the story which you either know or you need to read Circe by Madeline Miller to get to know. Madeline Miller reimagines Circe's life. This really is first person. She's telling her story. It's her memoir. We begin with a young immortal woman who lives in the halls of her father Helios's home. She is despised by her mother, despised by her siblings, her cousins. She has no purpose other than to sit at her father's feet. And she has to find her way. And this is essentially the whole story is. What Madeline Miller's done is she's given us a coming of age of an immortal story, a finding yourself story. This memoir takes us across, with all these incredible heroes who turn up at her island, or when she's allowed. She leaves her island and meets. We meet, has to check notes, Helios, her dad, of course, a Titan, Perse, her mum, Prometheus, chained to the rock, Scylla, her very unpleasant sister, Athena, don't mess with Athena, Hermes, the messenger of the gods, a baby Minotaur, Icarus and his dad, Daedalus, Jason and Medea, and of course Odysseus, Penelope, Telemachus, whichever way you want to say it. We meet all these characters with her. We see them in the raw. We see them in the blood and guts, the emotion. These are all flawed individuals, and we watch as she meets them, engages with them, intrigues, adventures. It's a fantastic story, and it is just a great reimagining of the Greek myths. If you're, like me, okay, I've read Stephen Fry's Odyssey. I've read, I haven't read the Aeneid. I know the story of the Aeneid, the Trojan War, the Iliad. I know these things because we all sort of know them. We've seen Brad Pitt as Achilles. We maybe read the Percy Jackson books. We've read these sort of things. They flow in and out of our consciousness. But this story, it allows us to meet these characters again. We meet Medea at her most angry and enraged over her love of Jason. We meet Penelope after she's lost Odysseus. We meet Telemachus after he's lost his father. We find out what happens to them. We meet Daedalus, the incredible engineer, and his son Icarus, and we meet a baby Minotaur. Because essentially, it's not a plot spoiler, but Circe is both midwife and aunt to the baby Minotaur. And we go through this with Circe, who is clever, resilient, strong, questioning, wondering about her place in the world. And that just is a place which we couldn't imagine. We go from the halls of the gods to an island, to the rough seas, to battling sea monsters, to battling horrific creatures, to trying our wits with the most dangerous of the gods alongside Circe. There's romance, adventure. The story educates. It's a great introduction into the Greek myths, or a great way to understand them. It's entertaining. It's not dry. It's, like I say, it's visceral. It's emotional. It's a bit jaded. The pace is perfect as far as I'm concerned. Some critics say it's a bit slow at the start, but I have never read this world of gods, to be there in Helios, her father's kingdom, to see the gods as, well, ungodlike, flawed and cruel, unpleasant and willful and, but most important of all, unevolving, never changing, just being the same old gods you see that they had back in Greece all that time ago. They're still the same now. They don't change, unlike Circe, who transforms as we read the book. She becomes an enchantress. She becomes someone the gods are afraid of. She becomes someone who finds a humanity that is lost to the gods. She's a mother. She's a lover. She's a fighter. I think I'm going to start singing a song in a second. But yeah, there's plenty of intrigue, plenty of adventure, plenty of romance. This is a fantastic retelling, a sensual retelling of a story of someone who's essentially taken as a bit player in the story of Odysseus. This is a story that underpins Western society, and it is so beautifully written that it is a welcoming adventure to be part of. Circe is no longer a bit player because of this story. She is truly front and center as a courageous hero. Not because she takes on all the monsters, she cuts the head off the Gorgon, she wipes out, skeletal warriors, or, she tricks the Minotaur and escapes a maze. Not because of that, but because she lives her life with her rules, and she finds a place in the world, and she is just, amazing role model. It's a fantastic coming of age of an immortal story. I really enjoyed it. I couldn't fault it. I say definitely read it. You will enjoy it. If you enjoy it, if you want something else from Madeline Miller, there's also the story, The Song of Achilles, which I'm going to start reading. My daughter's got a copy, so I'm going to nick that off her and have a read, and maybe do a video about that. But this gets 10 out of 10 for me. I cannot but recommend Circe by Madeline Miller. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like, subscribe, ding the notifications bell, leave a comment, tell me if you enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. For me, it was like, the story of Wonder Woman. Diana, who is the daughter of a god, and it sort of should be like a Marvel DC adventure. It's that good. She is that much of a superhero in her own right. She is like Wonder Woman. So anyway, maybe I should stop now and say, please do support your local library. Please do support your local bookshop. And please do have a good day.